Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Knowledge is wonderful. Understanding knowledge is one of the best journey we can take in our life. Usually wise people say, yearning for knowledge, learning new things, churning about what you have learned, and burning the negative and turning yourself into a wonderful human being. This is all the journey of life. Life is all about this journey. So now, today we have a guest with us, a wonderful person, Brother Rajashekhar from Brahma Kumaris. Let us welcome him. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Brother Rajashekhar is a civil structural engineer and has been working as an engineer in many different organizations. Now he is in the oil and gas field. So he has been talking wonderfully about many spiritual aspects. Let us continue the conversation with him.
Actually, what I wanted to just highlight here is that people do have the knowledge. Like Karna is born, a famous historic figure. Karna is born with some ornaments in the ears as well as a protected shield. So like that, every one of us have the knowledge by birth itself.
It is a shield of protection.
Yeah, this is like a self-protection. And the one which is hanging in the ears is depictive of the knowledge. Yeah, because knowledge is always addition of existing knowledge. For instance, you cannot add 0 to something. You have to have some knowledge so that you can add upon. If I want to teach you about a camel, then I will ask you, do you know about a goat? Then yeah, you will be able to visualize, because everybody sees goat, whereas camel you have to go to a desert. So I will ask you, do you know a camel? Yes. No, I don't know a camel. But do you know a goat? Yes, I know. This is also something similar to a goat only, but it has got a long neck and it has got a mouth like this and it goes like this. When I say so, then you will be able to understand. So this suggests knowledge is addition of existing knowledge. That means we are eternal beings.
We already have some knowledge. Right?
That's right.
Everybody has some knowledge.
Yes, like the child which is born, it is sucking the mother's milk. Who taught it? Did it take any license? No. Like the fish, the moment it is born, it is swimming. Did it take any driving license? No. You see the spider, it is making its nest. Even if you demolish it on Deepavali, without your permission, it makes it once again.
We usually talk about values in life. What is actually very important for us?
I think value is projected by a human being when the situation demands. And every person, according to the value, they are projecting that in their day-to-day life. They say normally when wealth is lost, nothing is lost. I don't know about this time. In general, wealth is lost, nothing is lost. And health is lost, something is lost. But when character is lost, everything is lost. But some people, when character is lost, nothing is lost. To some people, when wealth is lost, everything is lost.
Different perspectives, right?
Actually, they think that by acquiring wealth or saving wealth, they'll be able to acquire everything, but it is not necessarily
but
so.
What is going to happen to the person who thinks if my wealth is lost, everything is lost? Character can still be adjusted.
Actually, what's happening is that, there are needs as well as wants. So, we have to realize that when the wants become the need, it will be fulfilled. So, this person who has value for money, he has wants only. He has wants. So, you have to also understand the difference between needs and wants.
Need means that which is necessary.
Yeah, basic. Like, suppose a school boy asks the father to buy an iPad. Then the dad will say, it is not needed now.
At this time.
Yeah, it may be your want, but it is not needed now. So when the want becomes a need, automatically it will be fulfilled. That is my experience.
So no
So
need to put a force on it.
yeah, so people who have have the ambition to acquire wealth means they have wants. So what you need is you don't need 10 carts, you don't need 10 cars, you don't need 10 houses to sleep. You need only one house, one bed. Correct, Anna? This is a realization one has to have, that as this world, we have enough resources for everyone to enjoy, but some people acquire and they never share it.
And some people, even if they want something, they are not getting it. They are leading a scarce life, or a life of wants, just like you said. What could be the reason? Even if they appear to try very hard also.
Actually, this what shall I say, world has got some secret laws which is common to the whole world. One such world is that whatever you give to the world, you will get back. Like for instance, if I give you a smile, what happens?
I have to smile back.
You have to smile. So, did I teach you how to smile? No.
It is a natural response.
Yeah. So, should I ask you to give me 1 lakh for smiling at me? No. So, when I smile at you, you also give me a smile back. Suppose I give you a hand, you also give me a hand back. If I give you respect, you will also give me a respect. If I sow a seed, then the tree also comes. You sow one seed, and the tree gives you so many mangoes. Seeds.
So you mean these people who want something are not actually sowing the seed?
That's exactly. One old man was sowing a mango tree, and his grandchild asked him, "Grandfather, are you mad? How old are you now? You are 90 years old, and you are sowing a mango seed now. How many years it is going to take for it to become, a tree, and then give fruits? Will you be here to enjoy that?" And he says, "The same question I asked my grandfather also when I was like you." That means certain deeds have to be done for others too. Yeah.
For long-term reasons.
Yeah, like we are social beings. We cannot live on our own. Somebody is needed to cut our hair. Somebody is needed to stitch our dress. Somebody is needed to make our shoes or whatever it is. Similarly, we should also do something for the world. So whatever I give to the world, it will come back to me.
So this theory of secluding oneself from the society or going away from the society to realize God actually doesn't have any stand.
Actually, you have to realize there are two hypotheses or bases on which the entire philosophy is built. One is human beings are selfish. I hope you'll agree with me. And then another is that human beings are social beings. When I say selfish, I'll give you a small story. One African and Indian, they are going in the jungle, and all of a sudden one tiger comes. Now Indian, what he is doing, he started wearing a running shoe. Now the African asks, "Can you run faster than the tiger?" And this fellow says, "Come on, give me a break. I can run faster than you." See, that is what human beings are. So their need comes first. Like, two people are drowning in water, and one fellow is drowning, another fellow is not able to help, the third person jumps in, and both of them make this fellow drown, and they escape. This is what happens, because out of fear, they
catch hold on anything and
yes,
everything they do.
because they are the verge of losing their life, so they want to save themselves first. That is human being. So human beings are selfish. This is one. Another is human beings are social beings. We cannot live alone. We are so made. Even this body is given to us by our father and mother. You see, we cannot live alone.
I think this element of selfishness with spiritual practice, a person can be taught, even in such situations, you can hold on to your values, not to disturb the other person, right? Is it possible?
Yeah, but again, why they are selfish? Because of this body. You see, why a human being is tend to behave like a selfish way? Because this body, to maintain this body. If we do not have this body, then we will not be selfish. Correct or not?
Yes.
Why do we need food? Why do we need water? Or why do we need petrol? Or why do we need rings? Whatever. If we do not have the body, then we will never be selfish.
Maybe that is why the spiritual teachings teach you to go beyond the body.
Yes,
Right.
but more than the body, what is needed is trusteeship. Like, for example, suppose someone dies, what they carry along with them?
Nothing.
Nothing. But when the dead body is lying down, the mother is crying, "Oh, my dear son, you have left us and gone." Yeah. But everything is left here only. Nothing he has taken. Correct. The car key is here. His wife is here. The body is here. His chappals are here. His two mobiles are here. Everything is here. Bank balance is here. His post chief engineer, that also here only. His certificates are here. Nothing he has taken along with him. That means any moment, whatever we have can be taken away from us. So before that moment comes, we should think that we are only trustees. Trustees means, not the owner.
Those who are taking care of these things.
Yeah. Actually, it has been given to you on trust, like babysitting. In the babysitting, what happens? The parents are working. The mother is working, the father is working, and the grandmother, grandfather is not there. So they leave the children in a babysitting place. So morning they leave, and evening they take the children back home. So during the time, some another, girl or boy is looking after these children. They should not think, one day I was looking after these children, so they are mine. No.
They don't have that thought also.
Yes, but they should not. So sometimes, they may think, supposing the parents decide to change the city and they take the girl away, they will feel very sad, or thinking that, oh, this girl is going away, and so on. And I give another example, like a nurse in the hospital. She looks after the patients, giving medicines and giving food. All of a sudden, if the patient dies, the nurse is not going to weep. You see. So there,
That emotional attachment is not there.
the ownership is not there. Because she looks after everything as a detached, person, not thinking that the patient is her own.
But is it possible to practice in the family?
Yes, why not? Like a cashier, for instance, in the bank, he is looking after so much of wealth. Can he take one pack and take it home? Only the salary is his own. So in the same way, we should also think that I am a trustee and the owner is God. So the problem is that we think that we are the owners. Yeah. We never realize that owner is God. When I have this realization, that the trusteeship is practiced, then it is possible, to think that like I was telling, that to value wealth, or to value health, or to value character. So trusteeship is very, very important.
I think these things needs to be taught to children also from early childhood, right? Because the condition of the society as it goes on and on. So where is our hope?
Actually, children, again, you have to realize, we think that children are born new, so they have to be taught. But you have to also have the realization that children are also souls. I believe in rebirth. We are born again. Like the energy cannot be created and cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another form. So these children also, like, they have left or a old body, and then have taken a new birth here. Like death gives birth, so it continues. So like the seed gives birth to another seed, and so on. So this child is for anyone who look at them, they may look immature and young, but they carry along with them the wisdom of the previous births. You understand? You should not think that I'm going to teach something to these youngsters. Like they are in a Maruti car. The driver is an old man, but the car is small car. You understand?
Later it will become a big car.
Yeah.
Then I see. So I think you should look at a child with lots of respect, right?
That's right. Like we think that they are small, they don't know anything, but no. And they are also created by God for a purpose. So
No,
they are.
as you said, if they are a very experienced soul, then there is no point in telling that you don't know anything. You are minor. Right? These
Yes.
are the common words which is used in family. Rajashekar brother, you have been very successful in your professional career. What values you think was most useful to you in the journey?
Actually, the values again, depends upon the circumstances. I will give an example. Suppose someone is telling a lie, and then you tell him, don't tell a lie, because I know you are telling a lie. Because when a person telling a lie, from the face is the index of the mind, you come to know that it is very obvious that this fellow is telling a lie. Like you ask him, why are you coming late? He says double parking one day. Another day you will say I had an international call. Third day you will say my tire got burst. Fourth day you will say I got stuck in the traffic, yeah, and so on. And he gives some excuse or the other, and in the process the office work suffers, and he sets a very not a good example for others. If I keep quiet, the others also will take the unduly advantage. So you know that he is telling a lie, and you are keep on telling him that not to tell a lie. One day you burst at him, yeah, and then you expect him not to tell a lie.
In such situations, what would you do?
So what I am trying to convey here is that if a person is telling a lie, and then you have to assertively tell him, not aggressively. Yeah. When you are aggressive, that means you are angry, and when you are angry, you are not peaceful. You cannot say I was peacefully angry, and also you are not loving. You cannot also say I was lovefully angry when you are angry, and also you cannot say that I was happily angry. When you
lose all these things.
yes, someone is coming late, and even though you told him, and then he is telling a lie, and someone is telling a lie, and you lose your valuable nature, that is peaceful love and happiness. Is it a good thing to do?
But he cannot be allowed to tell lie like this. Right?
Yeah, but he is telling a lie. That fellow need to be corrected. That means why you have to lose your own valuable things at the cost.
You can do that without losing all this.
That's right. That is what. So what you can do is, you can ask him to sign a late register, and then you see, and then you tell him, give him a memo, that if you come late for so many days, we will cut your salary. You send a circular to him, and also tell him that if you keep on happening like this, you'll have to work a little later. We have flexible timing. Okay, you come at 8:30, work till 5:30. Yeah, and you also stay. Suppose he works up to 5:30 and nobody is there, so somebody also has to stay back along with him, yeah, and see that he works. So these are the various ways of asking him to work, rather than you getting angry on him. So value means that you should expect the other person to behave without you losing your valuable things. Correct or not?
Otherwise, you are losing something valuable, and the problem doesn't get corrected also.
That's right. See, if I make it very clear, suppose you open a shop, and then there in that shop, you will sell 1 kg of truth for 1,000 rupees, whereas love, peace, and happiness, you will sell 1 kg only 2 rupees. You see, that means you give value for truth, not for love, peace, and happiness. So you have to give value equally. Yeah.
To get one value,
You should not
lose others.
the other values. You see, and also value also depends upon situations. Now when we are sitting here, somebody enters with a gun and then say, Kannan and Rajashekar, give me whatever the gold you have. Better to give it, otherwise we will get killed.
Yes.
So life is important or wealth is important?
Life is important.
Life is important, because we can earn the wealth if the life is saved. You see. On the other hand, if 4 or 5 women are there, and somebody enters and they say, we will be threatening your purity, and otherwise yield to our desires, otherwise you will get killed. Better to get killed, because
Rather than losing your
purity. Because when purity is lost, everything is lost. You see. So compared with purity, life is not important, whereas compared with wealth, life is important. You see. So depending upon the situations, the value also changes.
So it need to be you need to be in the right situation.
That's right. See, like a girl who is very weak, and she's a housewife of a person, and husband is met with an accident. Now the doctor is meeting her, and the doctor is talking to her. And she's asking, what happened to my husband? How is he? Is he okay? And the doctor has to tell a lie because she is a heart patient. Yeah. Now she is a heart patient, and if he tells the truth that her husband is very weak and any moment he may die, before the husband dies, she will die. So at that particular moment, the doctor has to tell a lie to this patient. Oh, he is fine, he is getting recovering. Very soon he will be all right. So here, telling a lie is not
You
a.
need to apply a lot of wisdom in which situation what you.
That's right, because here you are saving a life. You see, it is not for your selfish motive you are telling a lie. It is for saving someone's life. You are telling a lie, and it
So
is.
actually, it is not the action; it is the intention.
Yes.
The thought behind.
The intention is very, very important. I will give another example. One boy, to stress the point that the intention is very, very important, not the action. One boy is touching a girl in the bus, let us say. What will happen if the girl screams? Then everybody will give him a punch because they think it is not appropriate for a boy to touch a girl. On the other hand, if the same girl is drowning in water, and one boy is walking along the the bank of the river, and then he jumps inside and then touches her in all parts of her body and then saves her life and brings her to the shore, he may be given Padma Shri award or awarded by the president of the country because he saved the life of drowning girl. And the third instance could be you are taking your sister or your wife to a doctor, and in front of you only the doctor is touching your sister. He is touching the eyes, he is touching the various parts of the body in front of you only, and then you in turn give him the money. You see, so in these three situations, one girl is being touched by another man. You see, so yeah, three different situations. So touching a girl is not sin or wrong, but with what intention you did it, accordingly it should be dealt with.
It changes.
That's right, the perspective. So the intention is very important, not the action.
Actually, you get the result by virtue of your intention, right? Not necessarily the action.
See, every action counts, but the intention is adding on to the value. You see, like for instance, the electricity, and someone puts a finger in it. Maybe a girl, a small young girl, the electricity will not free her. Oh, first time you have done it, baby, I will leave you. Okay, next time don't do it. No, she puts the hand, boom, she is going to get the shock. Suppose electrical engineer puts the finger, and then even he also gets the shock. Suppose Russian president, he also gets the shock. You see, even electric minister also, he gets the shock. So electricity does not have the discrimination. So similarly, certain action does not have the discrimination irrespective of your intention. Whatever may be the intention, the fruit may not be the different.
There are certain actions like that.
There are certain actions, but at certain actions, the intention really counts.
So you need to be very careful to actually look at all these things.
Even though intention is very, very important, it adds, but not necessarily that if you do not have the intention, that does not give you fruit. That also give you fruit. Like, without any intention, if you have done something good, that also gives you fruit.
And bad also.
Yes, obviously. Without, supposing,
Even
somebody.
if I say, I didn't do that intentionally, still the result may come.
Yeah, for instance, ignorance is not the answer in the court of law. Suppose you are driving without knowing the speed limit in the road. You didn't know that what is the speed limit. So does not mean that the court is going to make you free.
Ignorance of rule is not an excuse.
Excuse. So certain actions, whether you know it or not, it gives you fruit. You should know what is right and what is wrong. That is where the intellect counts.
Need to have a lot of thinking behind this.
So it is very simple. Actually, what's happening is that we are keep on creating thoughts, and we need to see whether it is appropriate to convert that thoughts into action or not. For that, we need to have some touchstone, some knowledge is needed.
I mean, to look into your thoughts, analyzing thoughts, would it seem a little bit of hard work to
No, like you filter a tea. See what hard work is needed. You make a tea, right? Yeah. What do you need? A filter. And if you just pour you know, the tea into the filter, automatically it gets filtered, provided the mesh is very fine.
So actually, you need to have a filter handy all the time.
Yeah, not only a filter, but the filter should have fine mesh. If it has the holes which are very bigger, then
The filter is of no use.
no use. So you have to have the refined knowledge.
This is also something wonderful, I think, because sometimes people have filters, but they keep the openings very big, right?
You should have a, that's why they say double refined oil. Refined. So you need to have the mesh as close to each other. You know, like
That means the value system should be very close and intact, without holes.
No, the
correct knowledge. You know, like, you know, you have the antivirus software. You need not have to, you know, worry what the computer is, what is happening to the computer, provided you have an antivirus software installed. Then you don't worry at all. Similarly here also, you should download or insert certain knowledge, and then it takes care of the rest. Like, you know, it's like a default. Yeah. You have to have certain knowledge. I will give you, you know, one story, beautiful story. You know, some certain plugins are missing, and once you add that plugin, you know, then we'll be able to function. You know, in the computer sometimes it freezes, so that means some plugins are missing here and there. And when we put it, yeah, when you put it in, you know, it is fine. In the same way, in our life also, certain plugins are missing. I'll give you an example again. See, one train compartment. One person is just, you know, sitting and watching the outside window. He's not happening. He's not sure of what's happening in the compartment. And one small girl, she's troubling everyone in the compartment, pulling someone's, you know, notebook or whatever they are doing. She's disturbing. And the guy who is looking outside, supposed to be the father, does not know what is happening, you know, to the other passengers and what this girl is doing to the passengers. Now one passenger now got up and then shook his, you know, or brought back his attention, because he was just deeply engrossed in some other thoughts outside. Now this fellow just turned around. Then, you know, when he narrated the story, he realized that the daughter is troubling everyone. Then he said, "I'm very sorry. You know what? My wife, the mother of this girl, has been pronounced to have cancer, and I'm just returning from the hospital. I think she'll be with us for maybe 2 or 3 months more. That's why I've lost in the, you know, deep thoughts as to how, you know, I'm going to look after her. And so I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry." The moment this fellow says this information, shares this information in the compartment, now everybody started loving this girl. Changed, you see? Just 2 minutes before, everybody is thinking, I should kick her, I should punch her, I should beat her. What the hell is she doing? You know, this is what the type of, you know, feeling everybody, this is the type of feeling everybody had towards her. The moment this fellow gave this one small information, now they turned U-turn. Everybody, you know, one is caressing her, you know, touching her hair, and, you know, one is kissing her, one is asking, "Baby, what's your name? What are you doing?" Like that, you know, they start loving her. What this fellow did? Nothing, and just shared one information with them. In the same way, we miss some information. See, that is what these Brahma Kumaris are doing. They give you certain missing information. If you plug it in,
So that you can look at it in a different perspective.
your filter will be enhanced, your filter will be refined. You see, then your thoughts are filtered, and your actions will be appropriate. You see, that is what is needed.
So I think saying thank you will be out of place, I think, because I've heard Brahma Kumaris is doing this wonderful service for the whole of humanity, and you're also doing it in your own wonderful ways. So thanks a lot for the conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, you know, value is very, very important in our life. What I've realized that everything is linked with value, time value, moral value, ethical value, money value, and so on. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brother Rajashekar. So that's it. Values, values, and values. Values make our lives valuable. So let it make it the first priority of our life to become valuable. by inheriting, acquiring, developing a lots of values. Thank you very much for watching.
உள்ள